Oh, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with part 2, highlighting and contouring. Alright, so guys, what is highlighting and contouring? Highlighting is the application of a concealer or a product that is lighter than your skin tone to your face. Alright, so if I go ahead and I apply this concealer, this clearly is lighter than my skin tone, so this would be highlighting my face. Contouring is the application of a product that is darker than our skin. Now, with highlighting and contouring, you don't need to go all out with a much lighter concealer at a time. It's recommended that you go a shade, just one shade lighter with your highlighting shade. For the most natural look, you go one shade lighter and then you add to that if you need your highlight to be popping even more. Okay, so for me, I'd say the Fawn is one shade lighter than my skin tone. So with that, what I'm saying, I'd go ahead and add, and I'm going to show you the difference on this side and this side, and that is for a natural looking look. I go ahead and I add something that is just one shade lighter to my face to do my highlight, and I'm just doing it right under here. And this is a concealer that is much lighter than I am. I'm going to show you the difference on both sides. Alright, so you add the highlight and then you blend. Alright, so just go ahead with a damp beauty blender still, and you blend it out until you're not seeing the product anymore. Go ahead, do the same on the other side. This, you see how much harder it is to blend this out or to get in looking rather natural. You can see the difference, right? And that is totally fine, but for the most natural look, then I'd choose this side. What side would you choose? I'm not going to say I don't like the highlighted under eye look, but for the most natural look, then it's best you go ahead with your one shade lighter concealer and add. So I'm going to show you how I add up on this one, which is just one shade lighter. You see how much more natural looking that is? And even if I want it to be a little bit lighter, I can go ahead with another shade. So that would be 3 shades lighter. What if I were to add another shade on this side? That's good. Guys, so we want to blend everything out. We don't want to have the makeup crease in here and the build up by the nose. So we blend everything out, and afterwards we're going to go with the highlighting of the other areas of the face. I'm just doing this right here just to show you how you build up on your highlight. All right, so I'm going to blend the other side out. It has a much lighter concealer. All right, so we blend that out as much as we possibly can. And guys, which side looks most natural to you? This looks like it's the party side, and this one looks like it's the natural, the daytime natural side. Go ahead and we'll blend it out. Blend it. I can't blend it out anymore, guys. So you see, it has that highlighted look, overly highlighted look over on this side. Now, I'm not saying that this is not fine. This is totally fine if that's the look that you want, a highlighted under eye. If you want a natural eye, then you go shade lighter and add until you get the shade that you desire. All right, so I'm going to go ahead with my, and I was using Fawn for this side, and for this side I'm using Porcelain in my L.A. Girls Pro Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead with my Fawn to the other areas of my face that I highlight. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just blend it out. And we highlight the areas of our face that we want to come forward. So when you look at me, these are the areas that I want to stand out. And I usually use the bottom of my beauty blender just to tap everything in. And it helps to even the product out as well. Alright, so we're going to move on to the contour. It's the same thing with the contour now, guys. I can use a much darker contour. I'm going to do that and show you the difference. So this is what? Mahogany and Espresso. I'm usually using Espresso to do my contour. So we do contour. Contour adds a shadow to the face. It helps to bring some base or some structure to the face. My face is really structured. My brown structure is, so I really don't need to do much contouring, but I do nonetheless because I love to have a snatched face. So because of that reason, sometimes I just powder contour. And you can do that as well. You don't have to use cream to do your contours. You can use powder. But this is a darker contour. I'm just gonna use the darker one right here because I'm gonna show you how this is gonna have my face looking a mess. Alright, so we contour down here for a chiseled look. So the contour, it really helps to bring your facial structure back. So if you have really round face and you want to bring your chiseled cheeks, then you can go ahead and do your contour. For the contour, some people go ahead and just use a bronzer instead of contouring, but guys, the bronzer tend to have a shimmery look to it than the contour does. And so like having this section of your face shimmering, that's not really, I don't really favor that. So I don't use a bronzer for my contour. I use a contour palette for my contour. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out the darker contour first. And guys, when you're doing your cheek contour, if you don't know exactly where to contour on your cheek, then you can go ahead and where that hollow is, that's where within that space, that's where you go ahead and you blend out your contour. Alright, so look at this. I'm contouring in that space. So you see how that much darker that is? Some people likes this, but I prefer to blend up. Just as with the highlighter, I prefer to blend up. You really don't want to get the contour too much into your highlight, so you blend straight across, right? Straight across. So I'm doing the good side now. You don't want to blend too much into your highlight as is on this side. So if you can't manage a beauty blender, then they have the smaller beauty blenders, or you can use the contour brush, which is like straight, kind of straight down. So you just straight down the area that you want to contour. And I don't take it too far down to my waterline because I don't want to have too much product in my waterline, because that can cause creasing or help to cause creasing when too much product is in the area. All right, so you go ahead and you blend your contour down. All right, as in straight across. If you don't really want to carry too much down or too much up, if you want to elongate your face, then you can take it down, as in if you want your face to have the appearance of being longer, Then you can take it down a little bit, but you never take a contour down or up into your highlight. It would defeat, to me, it defeats the purpose of doing your highlight if you carry the contour all the way up into the highlight. I blend out around my hairline. Because hair is naturally darker on your face, so we mimic the natural pattern of the face. But you see how natural that is looking already? Like over here just look dirty, muddy. I just don't like how over this side looks. Look at the difference. You see that? Alright, I'm going to use a smaller part of my beauty blender to do my nose contour. And sometimes if it's too big, I use my finger. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments. If you're here, then comment peaches for your girl. And I'm on the road to 300 subscribers, so don't forget to share this video with persons who you think would like this kind of thing. Alright, so I go ahead and I just blend it out really. Like, this is the most inexpensive tool that you can find, your fingers. Alright, so guys, after we apply our contour, we go ahead and we set our contours. Or we set the areas on our face which we apply product, because especially since we're using cream and oily product, we want to have some powder over it, because cream and liquid, they tend to get oily. So we need to put some powder over those areas to kind of help it to not be so oily, okay? To set those areas. When we say we set them, it's to kind of keep them down, keep the oil down, not to have them producing too much oil, not to have them sliding off of our faces. So we put, let me get serious, so we put some powder to set the face. All right, I'm always using my LA Colors contour palette, and this is really inexpensive, guys. So you see, I use really inexpensive products on my face. All right, so I just use a regular brush. I don't use particular brush. And we really are just adding some powder over these areas, so that the makeup that we just applied stays in place for as long as they possibly can. All right, so guys, after we've set the contoured areas, I'd usually set my highlighted areas, right? And I'd usually use my Sacha Buttercup setting powder to set those areas. I use a powder that is lighter to set my highlighted areas, and a powder that is darker to set the contoured areas. So I'm about to set my highlighted areas, and I use one of these sponges to just even it over the areas that I just highlighted, like that. Use a dry sponge for this, guys. We use a dry sponge to set our face because we don't want the wet sponge and the powder to get cakey and have our face looking cakey. So we use a dry sponge, and I set my, this is optional, I set my waterline. So guys, we set because we don't want to have creases, we don't want to have the product slipping off of our face. So setting is important, guys. Priming and setting important for the long life of your makeup on your face, if I might say that. But you get what I mean. If this is too big for you to use to set your nose, which is sometimes too big for me, you can use your finger as well. Remember I said that's the cheapest tool that you have right there. And there you go. Setting the contour areas now. You just draw a line underneath the contour just to clean it up. So that is it. I'm gonna apply my blush. I use the LA Colors blush palette, and as I said, I don't really use the brushes according to how they are to be used, as in I don't use a blush brush or a contour brush. I just use brush. For your eyes though, you need the proper brushes. All right, so for the blush, guys, you're going to find where your contour and your highlight meets. And you see where that meets, that's where you're supposed to be adding your blush. They say that you're to smile. You can smile as well to know the apple of your cheeks. That's where you apply your blush. So that's right here. Yeah, right here. So I go ahead and I light-handedly. I know not a lot of people don't like to use blush, because back in the days, I didn't like to use blush. Do you know why? Because I didn't know how to properly apply the blush. Apply light-handedly. And just apply it right there. Back in the days, I just used to have blush, one whole heap of blush all over my right here. So take your time, and as with everything else on your face, you just blend up. Some people don't like it because they just go ahead with too much. So take your time and blend up. I don't know why I'm doing this side, because I don't like this side, but anyway, so that is it. All right, so guys, I think we've given this enough time to set in. This step is optional. Some people don't do this step, but as I said, everywhere on your face needs to be set. So the other areas which I did not highlight or contour, I'm going to set those areas with my foundation, my powder foundation shade. And this is L.A.Girl Creamy Mocha. All right, so this is just as if I was using powder foundation. Should have done this before the blush, guys, so pardon me. I am now going to remove or to dust these off. We're not blending the foundation off, so just go lightly and blend. We're not gonna brush off the product. That wouldn't make any sense. We put the product and brush them all off. We're just dusting these off right now. Then you go ahead and you're set with your setting spray. Now I use the Morphe setting, well, it's Morphe setting continuous setting mist. That's what I use to set. And you go ahead and you lightly just spray that over your face. You do this because you want for your makeup to set in place. You don't want it to move. Stiff face, you don't want it to move, you want it to stay in place. So normally when I set I wait until after setting my face to apply my highlighter, right? And that's that glowy, shiny, illuminating powder that you put on your face for that shine ball look. Well, not shine ball, but right, you get what I'm saying. So I wait until after I set my face to apply that to my face. I do that because somebody on YouTube said that that's what they do, and I tried it out and I was like, wow, what was I doing all along? Applying the highlighter after setting your face, it gives the highlighter an extra pop. And so after trying it that first time, I've never been back. So I apply my highlighter after setting my face. Some people apply it before. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my highlighter. I use my Anastassia Beverly Hills Sundipped Glow Kit. So it looks like kind of old, but that's what I use. And I just go lightly and build up, guys. Just go lightly and build up until I get the desired sheen. All right, so you have your contour, your highlights, you have your blush right in the middle of your contour and your highlights, and you put your highlighter just a little bit above the blush. I put a little tat right there. I go ahead up and take it down. Rather than just blasting it all over my face, I'll use a small brush and take it down. all over my nose. I mean, and I use my finger again, my most inexpensive tool, to blend it out. And I put highlighter to my lips, so I form out the little heart right there. Then I put a little line right there. If I'm doing my eyes, I'd usually go in right here with it to give my eyes a little bit of a pop, and sometimes under here to seal in my eye look. But I don't have my eyes today, but I still went ahead and did those. Guys, alright, for this now, I think that right here it doesn't look as blended as I'd want. I sometimes use my finger and try to blend it in, but I also can also use my brush. You don't want to blend too much because it will just blend everything off that you just applied. So I go lightly and tap 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 tap, making sure not to blend the highlighter off. All right, just trying to blend it in a little bit, and there it goes. If you want, you can go ahead again with your highlighter just to seal that in. I mean setting powder, setting spray. And that's it. That's how I apply my contour and my highlights. Perfect contour, muddy contour. Do you see that difference? And guys, I did these lashes. I'm going to do a tutorial. Let me know if you want to see how I do this individual lash application on my eyes. But yeah guys, I'm at the end of this video. Thank you so much for suggesting to me that you want to see this kind of look. Thank you so much for suggesting to me that you want to see me take it from the top, or from the bottom rather, and to show you how I do my foundation, and to just show you basic makeup application. So that is how I apply my makeup. I hope I was slow enough. If there's something that you didn't get, then you can always feel free guys to hit me up and let me know what you would like to get, what you didn't get, what you missed, what you didn't understand, and I'll be sure to help you or be sure to answer you. All right, so thank you so much for watching.